So today I'm going to talk to you about the menstrual cycle, and I have many witnesses to bear my testimony to. So let's talk. What is the menstrual cycle? Firstly, women's cycle lengths vary, and the most common cycle length is somewhere between 23 and 35 days. Any variation in menstrual cycle length that does occur is more likely to be during the part of the cycle where you ovulate. For most women, the length of time between ovulation is when the egg is released from the ovary, and their monthly period is between around 12 to 16 days. This is called the luteal phase. In the menstrual cycle, we have about 4 key hormones. We have FSH, estrogen, LH, and progesterone. I'm going to explain every single one in great detail so you all know exactly what's going on within you. Now, at the beginning of your menstrual cycle, yes, your menstrual cycle, follicle-stimulating hormones, FSH, is produced by the pituitary gland in your brain, more specifically the anterior pituitary. And this is the main hormone involved in stimulating your ovaries to produce mature eggs. Follicles are fluid-filled cavities that are actually stored in your ovaries. So each follicle contains one underdeveloped egg, and the FSH stimulates the number of follicles to develop and to start producing the hormone estrogen. So you can see, if you want to remember what FSH is, you can just remember that F stands for follicular. Now, I said it stimulates estrogen, so let's move on to that. Your level of estrogen is now at the lowest on its first day of the period. From then on, it starts to increase as the follicles grow. And while a number of follicles growing may mean that they develop as they go, normally one follicle soon becomes dominant, and this egg matures within the enlarging follicle. Now, at the same time, the increasing amount of nutrients and estrogen, At the same time, the increasing amount of estrogen in your body makes sure that the lining of your womb is well and fit with nutrients and blood. This is so that if you do get pregnant, which you shouldn't before 18, I think, then the fertilized egg will have all the nutrients and sperm it needs to grow. Oh, no, not sperm, and support it needs to grow. Now, high estrogen levels also mean that they're associated with the appearance of sperm-friendly mucus. That's what I meant to say. Sperm-friendly mucus, in the technical name, is actually called fertile cervical mucus. This actually, you may notice that if you have a white discharge, that is fertile cervical mucus. I've already said estrogen stimulates LH secretion, and it inhibits LH and FSH in the luteal phase. Now, the level of your estrogen in your body is still increasing, and it eventually causes a rapid rise in LH. LH is the luteinizing hormone, and you see this in the LH surge in the menstrual cycle. This helps to, cause ovulation, and it also develops the corpus luteum, and at the same time it stimulates the production of progesterone. When you have progesterone, this LH surge causes the dominant follicle to rupture and release the mature egg from the ovary, and from there the egg goes into the fallopian tube. This process is what we call ovulation. Now, many women think that they ovulate on the 14th day, but 14 is just an average. Most women will actually ovulate on a different day of the menstrual cycle. So your day of ovulation will vary depending on your cycle, and some women claim to feel a twinge of pain, but many feel no sensation at all, and there is no other sign that you are actually ovulating. So, once again, progesterone, you see green being the progesterone levels, and pink being the estrogen levels. And I want to talk about what happens during pregnancy. Once the egg has been released, it moves along the fallopian tube towards the womb. Now, the egg can live in this state for up to around 24 hours, about a day. Sperm survival is much more variable, but typically around 3 to 5 days, so we notice that it lasts longer than the average egg does. So the days leading up to ovulation and the day of ovulation itself are actually the time when you are most fertile. This means you're most likely to get pregnant during this time of the menstrual cycle. As soon as you have ovulated, the follicle then starts producing another hormone, which we already mentioned was progesterone. Because progesterone can cause a further buildup in the lining of your womb, it helps in the preparation in case you become pregnant and do have a child. So, some symptoms of pregnancy include bloating, lethargy, depression, and irritability at this stage. Well, overall, as you can see, this is pregnancy. This is pregnancy. So thank you.